Hello everyone and welcome to the Valorant Patch Notes 1.06 update. Now there's not a lot of whole hero updates, so I'm actually not going. I'll probably still do the tier list, but hey. So what we have here is Patch Notes 1.06, and it's basically just a bunch of fixes, and also a weapons update to all shotguns. So first up is the agent updates, the audio and visual for blinding effects, Phoenix's curveball and breaches. Flashpoint should better indicate when to turn away and when it's safe to look again. So basically, you flash. Earlier, there was no indication when like to turn away and to look and to look again safely. So so gladly, Riot Games actually did this, so thank you, Riot Games. Weapon updates: all shotguns updated to be less accurate when fired while in the air. I will look at that very soon. Quality of life in collection menu screens. The show only the show owned only toggle now persists between the screens and climate restarts. So if I go to collection here, so there's that, I guess. And just bug fixes, six total fixes, including issues with player HUD and missing rewards in chat. That's legit it. But that's basically just a rundown of the full-on updates. If I click on this link, okay, so this is what the shotgun's spread will be. So spread penalty while in the air increased 0.5 to 1.25, and this is what Jeff Lander said. While shotguns are doing well in situations they're supposed to, there's been overly frustrating moments where people are accurate with these weapons while in the air. We hope to curb some of those encounters while still making them possible if you catch an opponent at a short distance. We'll also be investigating more potential changes to shotguns now that we're rested. And the bug fixes: potential fix for the bug where the player's HUD sometimes disappears. Fix the bug in deathmatch history and match details where ties between the three or more players are not displayed as a tie. So instead, showing the lowest rank as if they were not tied. So a three-way tie for second would show fourth place instead of second place tied. Fix the bug that allowed progress towards competitive matchmaking for new players forfeiting unrated games. Forfeited games would not count towards the competitive requirements for teams who forfeited. Fix the bug where missing string table would appear in the chat log, so that's what I've been getting as well. I don't really care about that. Fix the bug where strange player names could appear in chat when managing party invites. Fix the bug where some players were missing rewards after reaching the end of agent contracts or the battle pass. Playing a game should grant them missing rewards, including missing rewards from Act 1. So, yeah, that's basically all patch notes 1.06. We don't know what's going to be on patch note 1.07, obviously, so it's still relatively the same thing. So, if we go into the range now, I think there was also a hotfix about Phoenix I saw on Twitter. I don't really know what it was. Let's just have a look at Phoenix. So yeah, there's definitely a sound difference now. Yeah, so it's definitely just a sound difference. obviously now look at. So we're just gonna go down all the characters who has a flash.
Clearing out!
That's not it. Not here.
Blinding! Flash out!
Yeah. So there is definitely a change to that. I don't think Rena's one. I don't know if Rena's flash really counts. I think that's kind of it. I think that's all the flashes in the game. Yeah. Okay. Epic. And then now we're gonna go over to the shotgun. So obviously there are two shotguns in the game. That is the Bucky and the Judge. So if I do jump. So it is still like relatively close distance, but it does get further away, you'll go definitely less accurate. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I have no clue. Then we got the Judge. So you see the spread is being increased. So we did say it. So hey, I don't know how the change is going to be like in game. Personally, I haven't had a lot of issues with shotguns. I obviously haven't played much shotguns, but I don't really think that jumping will really be effective. Yeah, it's not that being affected, to be honest. So with that, that's kind of really it. I know it's relatively short. But obviously, I guess like I don't know what we can do then. Like, oh my god, like because the Passionaries was mostly because of shotguns. And it's not like there wasn't really like a lot of things that like a lot of things I can really I could really talk about. Obviously there was of course I can talk about the lore in it, but that'll be just too long, so I don't really want to really do that. Kind of really it. I don't think it really matters, to be honest, but this is currently what the store. I think this is sort of the same as the original, just the Odie Phantom, the Prime Guardian, Rush Frenzy, and the Prime Spectre, and also obviously the Glitch Pop collection, which will be out in 14 hours. But it'll be out until 14 hours, if that makes sense. Yeah. I guess I kind of okay. You know what? I'm gonna talk about Valorant esports. So if I go to Valorant, so this is what this is website I use. Liquipedia.net. It's actually really good. Now, what has happened in the Valorant scene? Obviously, I've been trying to follow it very closely, just like how I followed it while I was playing Overwatch. Um, but a lot more closer, I guess. So the Pop Flash, which was organized by B-Side Incorporated and Face It. This is going to be the NA teams. This is going to be Team Solo Mid, T1, Sentinels, Cloud9, Genji Esports, Team Envy, Immortals, and Dignitas. Now, obviously, maybe one of the two best teams in NA are Sentinels and TSM. There's no denying that. They have been they're both been amazing teams. Third, I haven't watched a lot of Valorant esports. I don't really know it, but that's definitely what I've been told and what I've been hearing. Next will maybe be T1. I don't know about Dignitas, so that's gonna be out of the books. Immortals aren't that bad. Team Envy are kind of struggling, including Genji Esports and Cloud9, so it's gonna be very tough. And one interesting thing that I actually just noticed is that there's no 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves is not in this tournament. But obviously, I will be talking about the level Clash 2 and also the rise of Valor as well, and the CGA Pacific Open, and I'll talk about the recent events that just happened. So those are going to be those are the teams that are going to be playing. Especially watch out for Wardell, Sinatra, um, probably Crashies and Food and Skoodoodle as well. They've been doing really well. I don't really maybe Tenzi and Cloud9. I don't know anyone from Dignitas. I have no clue. Nor do I know anyone from Immortals who are pretty good. Maybe Gangsta. I don't know. So this is gonna be so this is what the group is gonna be looking like. Group A is gonna be Cloud9, Dignitas, Genji Esports, and TSM. While Group B is gonna be Immortals, Sentinels, T1, and Team Envy. And whoever finishes in the top two will be in the playoffs. For the Level Clash 2, which is a European organized by Level and sponsored by Vodafone Deutschland and Logitech. These are going to be the teams that are going to be playing as of currently, as what we know. So we got Big, Team Liquid, G2 Esports, and Ninja in Pajamas. And as I've been told as well, or what I've been hearing, G2 Esports are definitely the best team. I don't know. I don't watch the European teams, so I have no clue. Maybe probably Team Liquid, maybe Ninjas in Pajamas, maybe Big. I have no clue. But yeah, I don't know what. I can't tell you which players to look out for. I have no clue. And the Rise of Valor, which is organized by the Fortress of Melbourne and sponsored by Alienware AU. Currently, there is no teams currently playing, but in the play-ins, there's some pretty good maybe some interesting teams. So you got Team Launch, Exo Clan, Control Unnamed, Mind Freak, Overplus Strike, Rip and Tear, McTeam, Pants Down, Magic 5, Dire Wolves, and Mystery Incorporated. Now, obviously, Dire Wolves is definitely going to be in it, as their team is kind of stacked. Got signed Knowles and Huss, formerly from Overwatch, which is what I've been told. Overwatch and CS:GO players are definitely going out of which is the best players. I don't know where Chris come from. I know where Rise come from or Swell. Um, Dick Stacy apparently has now switched from CS:GO to Valorant for some reason, but yeah, so that hasn't started yet. And the last chance qualifiers will be, I think, the ones who finish third to 14th, 15th, 16th will be out. So what's going on as of currently? Well, it is the CGA Pacific Open currently organized by Cyber Gaming Arenas and Mindseki and Mind Sky Events team sponsored by Dell. Now this is gonna be the patch 1.05, so this is gonna be before the shotguns nerf, and this is what the teams are currently looking like. All attack round. Tabs, Boom Esports, Team SMG, AHQ Esports Club 5's only one word. Shut up. Legends, Super Dominating. Yeah, that was a great spelling. Kilo is dead. Thailand Attitude, Sharper Esports, Paper Rex, Motive.gg, Morph Team, and Team LZ. So this is what it currently looks like. So I got Boom Esports and Attack all around now are in, including Sharper Esports, AHQ Esports Club 5's only one word, Thailand Attitude, and Team SMG. So currently I think it's Sharper Esports versus only one word. It's currently 1-1. Sharper actually no, it was only one winner who won against them in Heaven 15-13. And it looks like it's currently a tie in Ascent. I think that's also that's the main event. So I got Taiwan, which I'm not really going to cover, but it's basically just the qualifying teams that goes in. It's kind of Hong Kong, Thailand, Singapore, oh crap, Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. So this is what the players are currently are, and I don't really recognize any of these players from playing Overwatch. Maybe Mushroom. I think I do recognize him. I know Patty Fan. I know Patty Fan. That's like the only one who I actually know. So the recent events. Who won? In the Allied Esports Odyssey in Europe, organized by Allied Esports themselves in the patch 1.05. Well, it was G2 Esports, followed by Fun Plus Phoenix, Team Liquid, and Ninjas in Pajamas, then BBL Esports, and then Giants Gaming rounding out the table. And this is what looked like. Team Liquid won in the group stages, a 3-2 record, with a plus 37 map differential and 11 points added to their name. However, in the playoffs, they did win against Ninja Pajamas, but lost to G2 Esports and then plus Phoenix and then Fun plus Phoenix. G2 Esports won the whole thing by 2-0ing them. 13-5 and 13-9 in Ascent and Bind respectively. So it looks like the upper brackets round 1 and finals will be a contest of one round. Whoever wins that round will be moving on. And then the finals will consist of 2 games. Or 3 games. Yeah, 3 games. And Killjoy was also disabled for this tournament. Interestingly enough, Killjoy was actually disabled for, I think, all of these events as well. The FaZe Clan International. This is mainly the one that everyone was looking at. So it was organized by FaZe Clan and Nerd Street Gamers, and the sponsors were Nissan USA and Verizon. MVP winner was Wardell after performing his head off in the finals, and they did actually win the whole event. With Sentinel second, Immortals third, Genji Esports, then Team Envy Cloud9, FaZe Clan T1, Complexity Gaming, China again, and Nigan, I actually have no idea. Lemonade Stand, Renegades, 100 Thieves, Mix Up, Bloom, and Built by Gamers. So that was the roster. So interestingly enough, that was FaZe Clan, who's mainly Overwatch players and also Marved. Got the TSM, T1, Sentinels, Cloud9, built by Gamers. Interestingly enough, Genji Esports, Team Envy. Renegades impressed me quite a lot. I thought they were going to do pretty bad. Complexity Gaming, 100 Thieves, which they flopped into the ground, which I will be talking about them very, very soon. Immortals, Lemonade Stand, Bloom, China Nigen, and Mix Up. So this is what Group A looked like. Sentinels 1, Genji Esports 1, and Group B, Cloud9, TSM, and then T1, Team Envy, Immortals, and FaZe Clan. This is what the playoffs looked like. Sentinels, FaZe Clan, Cloud9, Team Envy, T1, TSM, Immortals, Genji, Sentinels, Team Envy, TSM, Immortals, Sentinels, TSM, and then again in the finals. It was actually really, really, really close. Losers bracket: Cloud9, Genji, Immortals, Genji, Immortals, and Sentinels. The mandatory .gg Cup, which is organized by Mandatory GG and sponsored by Overus France, Nvidia, GeForce France, and HyperX France. So mainly in France. G2 Esports won again, so G2 Esports is definitely looking like the strongest team in EU, with Bonk second, BBO and Ninjas in Pajamas third and fourth. Dream Chasers to be determined for some reason. That's there. Those guys, 9X and Giants Gaming, No Planet, Fish123, Rex.gg, Fours, Zaplata, Inferno, DPE, G Gaming, Anyone Gamers, Skadao. That's a lot of, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of teams. I'm not going to read all of those out. These are the players which I'm going to slowly pan down. I'm not going to read every single one of them, for Jesus Christ, why would I do that? Maybe you may recognize some of these names, like Nalar, that's Nalar, formerly from Land Terrain in Overwatch. I think I also saw Super Plow and Hip as well. Mainly well known. And this is what the results look like. Oh my god, I can't fit the whole thing, doesn't matter. Basically, all you need to know is that G2 Esports just dominated the whole thing. So G2 Esports is definitely the is definitely the best team. And then now we get the Race Japan tournament. This was organized by CyberZ, Avex Entertainment Incorporated, and TV. Actually, the sponsor was Galleria. This is going to be patch 1.05, and Absolute Jupiter won the event with Scarzy second, Light Gaming third, Blackbird Ignis in fourth, and then the Turning Gaming, Sun Sister Rapid, Reject, and Sogoku Gaming. And these are all the players. I'm not gonna read all those out. And as is going to be in as a result. So I just want to talk about some of the changes that they've done. In mainly just a little quick update on the transfers. Cloud9 actually announced a Cloud9 Korea, which is consisted of Bazi, Duye, Muthi, Munchkin, and Try, three Overwatch players, and one Apex Legends and one is PUBG. Autumn is also coming in as coach. Ang left as Fishka v Tom. 7 SSK7 and Fold W are now in the team. CNED leaves BBL Esports. Vice joins Cloud9, and Lasky leaves Homeless. Now, where does the 100 Thieves comes in? Well, it comes in very shortly. Luminosity Gamer also announced their roster of Aporto, Frisky, Hoppin, Stella, and Theft. And this is their 100 Thieves state. So Pride, Valatai, Ventrated, and Yaboy Dre left the team. And Nitro comes in with 100 Thieves to partner up with the remaining of Hiko, which will probably make sense of why they are not competing in the most in the Pop Flash. Will probably make more sense. I don't know about FaZe Clan. Maybe FaZe Clan are also rebuilding, but that's highly unlikely, as I think that team is already pretty good enough. The new team of Cyberground Gaming is revealed. Don't think 303 Esports. Immortals, there were a couple changes there. Bujol, Bobo, I don't know, left the team, and Dicey ZX joins the team. And we got Connect Gaming, they get some changes. There's Fun Plus Game, and then there's Fun Plus Phoenix. It's announced NP Hunters. And also where Persia is also in as well. Where the hell is it? There it is. This is T1 Korea. All those. And then that was when Team Liquid was announced, formerly from Fish123. The former team actually, the friend was in before he got banned. Mind Freak then announced their roster, and then there was Adaptation, which was a whole bunch of these teams. Rockers was then announced to FaZe Clan. Then it was Baby Bay. It was actually before, but just before they, also just after that when they retired from Overwatch. Jason R leaves FaZe Clan. Shinobi joins Cloud9, and Cyclone Athletes Gaming makes some changes. Second Win is announced. There's actually some Overwatch players are coming in as well. I think Lunatic High Flux now in. Only I think it's just Lunatic High. Anomaly actually comes into the team as a streamer in Luminosity Gaming, and then there is Lunatic High, a very well-known Korean first-person shooter team. Marv joins FaZe Clan. Zachary then joins FaZe Clan. And HSL Esports makes some changes onto their team. And there's big Complexity Gaming. There's Daiwuzu who announced their whole roster. JC Staney comes off from Inactivity and from Immortals, now back onto the main roster. Mitch joins Cloud9. I think Share Cold just released their whole roster. Feroth, Kriya, and Hip joined Ninjas in Pajamas. And that was when the formerly from Together We Are Terrific joins Team Envy, the whole roster. Giants Gaming makes some changes. Triumph, I think announces that, announces some roster changes. Taimu leaves Matastack. I don't know what he's doing now. Probably a shame if he just leaves Valorant altogether. There's Bonk. There's G2 Esports. I think one of the first players was Adiels. Code 7 in there. And then going back to like when it was just made, where this Wikipedia was just made. Oh yeah, name it is Pyth. As Jason R and Corey both being announced at the exact same time. Ninjas in Pajamas, their roster changes. Formerly, actually, the ninjas, the first Ninjas in Pajamas roster was actually from Paladins. Yeah, that game, which apparently is still alive. I don't know how. Reckies or Relikias, I have no idea. Joins Cloud9, Fatigue, joins G2 Esports, making just quick, steady movement. I can end the CLG. We haven't heard a lot about CLG in Valorant, but there it is. Anidro, that's interesting. Anidro's now in Valorant. That's pretty interesting. You basically get it, yeah. I've actually had enough. But obviously, I'm probably gonna do this maybe if I have no more things to really talk about in the patch notes. But hey, I'll see you guys all later in the next video. Goodbye.